heat, boy.
Yeah, we breaking silence on the Lord, oh. So why you think we out here on the Lord for? Yeah, I'm coming through, Ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through. Yeah, I wear the truth like a logo. So why you think I'm out here on my dolo? Yeah, I'm coming through, Ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through.
Yo, once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. Charles, Pamela Rosario, Cash Walk, and Vanya, season 6.
Finally.
And we have a special guest in the building.
Yes.
Miss Nikki Ellis.
Drop a bomb for her, man.
Yes.
Please drop a bomb for this woman.
What up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here to kick off the season because it's going to be a good season.
Yes.
And she here to really set this thing off.
First thing I want to
The
say
right
to
way.
you, congrats on your 4-year anniversary.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
so much. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
I just celebrated my 3rd. Pam, how much years you do?
I'm gonna have 4.
You're going to have 4.
4
Nikki
years?
got us beat.
That's hard work.
Well, congratulations to you.
That's
Thank
hard
you. I
work right
appreciate
there.
it. Yeah, it ain't easy, man. It's not
It ain't.
It sure isn't.
I can't even get like 1 year of a regular relationship.
Within your 4 years, how many times did you consider quitting?
I can put her on the spot like that. That's a tough question.
Hey, we real. This is We Break Silence.
Like walking away from
mean,
it,
be
just
real.
like, you know what, I'm gonna let this
I'll
go.
keep it 100. I'm Puerto Rican and I'm crazy.
Represent, right? Represent.
I done kicked Q out the house a lot of times.
Wow.
It's like, you know what? You could leave then. The next day you call him like, hey,
I
when you
think I
coming
kicked him
home?
out last month. Nah, like 2 weeks ago, I think I kicked him out again.
Yeah, but then I'm saying you called in the morning. You was like, when you coming home?
What you mean calling in the morning? I'm calling in an hour. Like, I'm about to
Like, you
order
took me
pizza.
seriously? For real?
And you better
ain't
come
know
back
yet?
here too. You out here running around with all these stats.
Nah, he ain't that type.
Nah, I hear that. That's what's
type at
up.
all.
That's what's up. At least that's the one thing you don't have to worry about.
Nah, never. Not with
Good.
him. Nah.
I dated a Puerto Rican one time. It is a lot of work. I love y'all. Y'all can cook,
Y'all fight.
but it's work. I'm walking on glass.
That's what's up, man.
Nice. So I just want to bring it back to where I believe that's where we all first met you, was at Feed the Culture
Yes.
event.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Dallas.
Jay Dollars.
Yes.
It's Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
He Jay
He's
Dallas
right.
forever to me.
I was gonna say, I know him as Jay Dallas too.
That's my guy.
And I remember prior to you doing your set, I think, was it before or after? I remember there was like something going on, like you were looking for your driver's license and like
Oh yeah,
all the stuff was going
my
on.
license, yep.
Right. And then I remember you started your set like nothing happened. Like the way you were stressing like 5 minutes ago just disappeared and you were just going. And I remember just being impressed. Like,
She
yo,
grabbed my attention with that
she's
set.
dope. That's so cool. So I guess bring us back to like, you know, what got you into music and just how this all started for you.
So I've been rapping since I was 8 years old. You remember back in the day, BET, like every single show was videos.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
single show
Everything.
was music videos.
Freestyle Fridays,
Yeah.
all that.
All day long was music
Yeah.
videos. So when I used to be at my grandmother's house and stuff every day, you know, we would just have the music videos on. So the Little Kim Not Tonight remix music video came on, and you remember she had everybody on that record
Right.
or whatever. So I seen the video and I'm watching it and I was like, that looks cool. I want to do that. I want to be like them.
Nice.
So I literally like grabbed a piece of paper and a pen from my grandmother's room and I just started writing. And then like I just used to write like verses or whatever. I mean, I didn't know what a bar was. I didn't, I didn't know about cadences or rhyme schemes or nothing like that. I would just write stuff.
Yeah.
And then just after a while, you know, like when I was in middle school, I wrote like my first song.
Wow.
And it was y'all remember like when we had like the CD singles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Y'all remember like the
Took it back.
You
had
remember
the
with
single?
the CD single, it would be the song
And the
instrumental.
instrumental. I was gonna say that. Some had the acapella too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I remember I took a 112 instrumental and I wrote my first song and I performed it in the 7th grade at a talent show for this program we was in called Strive.
Okay.
And I did that, and then after that, I just kept on. And my dad actually used to be a DJ when I was a kid and before I was born and everything. So he still had like all his DJ equipment down in the basement. And when I started rapping, he would like take me down there. He would put the reverse side of the vinyl on, and he'd be like, "All right, rap. Go ahead, rap."
Wow.
And I remember he put on The Freaks Come Out at Night.
The freaks come out at night. That's that joke.
And you know what's funny is that the instrumental had the hook on it still. So the verses was blank. And then it had the
Yo,
hook.
you should go back to that.
But
like,
you know
think about it.
what's
That's
so
where
funny?
you started.
I should. And it was just funny because I remember telling my dad I was little, and when the hook came in, I said, Dad, he said the freaks come out at night. I was like, why you want me to rap on this?
Right.
That's
And
crazy.
then I think he switched it to something
He's
else.
probably like,
That's
don't
crazy.
mind the hook, honey. Just keep
Exactly.
rapping.
Just keep rapping.
What you know about the freak? You tell me.
Well, let's talk about that. Though. Let's talk about now being where you are right now in music. Talk about the process, like your recording process and the growth that you said right there. Like, you know, when you started, you didn't even think about writing or doing it. You just rapping just for the love of it, just to, you know, because it's cool, something nice. So talk about your process now. What goes into it? Like, you know, some people gotta blow one or do whatever, have a sip of something or whatever. But what is your process?
Nah,
to get
honestly,
you in
with
the
me,
mood?
I can't do anything that's gonna alter my mind
Right.
or alter my mood or anything like that. Like, I have to be completely sober, completely focused. You know,
That's different, yo.
Nah, I can't. Like, I don't function the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like to be because
Clear head.
you know, and y'all heard my music, so you know I get lyrical
deep. You're
and
from
I
the
get
heart.
deep and stuff. You know, so I want to just give my feelings and give my raw emotion, or even if it's me talking junk on the record, you know, just going hard.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be clever with it and stuff. So I don't want nothing taken away from the creativity. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, there's some people that's how they function. That's what it is,
I hear you.
and kudos to them if they can do it.
If you can
I'm
still
not
do
the
it.
one.
Power to you.
I'm not the one at all.
Right.
Like, I like to be completely clear-headed. But I mean, the best way for me to write, I literally like to be completely by myself. I don't like writing when other people are around. I do, depending on the situation, but I don't like writing when other people are around. I like to be by myself.
That's
I like
different.
to have the music all the way up. Like, I don't like writing with
loud as you
headphones
can.
on.
Yeah. You want the feeling,
You gotta
under,
feel it.
like from the speakers. I like that too.
Like, I don't. If I have to write, like, I have kids, so
Right.
sometimes when it's late night and everybody's sleeping, I ain't got no choice but to put the headphones on, or I gotta put the music low on my
Right,
laptop or whatever. But when I have the opportunity to be full blast, I am full blast, and I still use my pen and my pad. I write stuff in my phone. Sometimes,
On the go.
depending, when I'm on the go. But I like to have my notepad with me, and
Right.
I still old school, still like to write in my notepad with my pen, and
Right.
you know. All that. So, you know what it is? I like to be able to cross out and then, like, see what I wrote. Because
Gotcha.
sometimes I might be like, oh, you know what? That'll fit over here.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I erase it on my phone, then
It's
I'll be like,
gone.
man, what did I write?
Yeah.
Or like you
15
write
minutes
it and you
ago.
think it can flow to it, and then you trying to spit it out. I'm like, I can't even do it. Like, let me cross that out and put
Yeah,
that.
right.
Let me
So-
change one word.
Yeah, so, but I mean, now when I write, it's more, you know, now it's like I know about cadences and
Right.
and how to flow and how to change it and switch it up and things like that. So, with me, I like when I get a new beat and stuff, I really, a lot of times I go by what the beat makes me see.
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all, I don't know, like, y'all watch Empire?
Yes.
So remember, like, when Lucius was coming out of the whole coma thing and he started seeing the colors
Yup.
with
Right,
the
yup,
music?
right, okay.
So it's literally like that with me. Like, I'll play a
got you.
beat and I just start seeing pictures in my
start
head.
seeing.
So sometimes I start envisioning, like, a whole video before I even have a lyric
You see
written.
yourself in the club or the club around you.
I'll
and
see
you're like,
myself
oh,
in a
this-
certain way or a
got
certain
you.
light, or it might not even be me. It might be
Right.
somebody else or whatever the case is, or it'll
Right.
remind me of somebody or whatever. So, you know, I let those visions kind of take over.
Yeah.
And then I'll start writing from there. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Nice.
Oh, go ahead.
So what would you say is like what is your I guess what are your songs inspired by, or what would you say is like the main, if there is, I mean songs kind of cover a plethora of different topics, but what is like the message that you get out in your music, or you want people to get when they listen to your music?
The biggest message that I want people to get from me is just being yourself. Like, being yourself, loving yourself, staying true to you. You know what I mean? Because everybody is born their own person. You know what I mean? No matter what, like, regardless of what, growing up, we all get influenced by our friends. We get influenced by our parents. We get influenced by our teachers.
Right.
You know, we get influenced by the world around us. But at the end of the day, no matter who's influencing you or whatever the case is, you're still your own person. You still have your own mind. And, you know, so my thing is just like really just stay true to yourself. Like, you know, I use my real name, Nikki Ellis. That's my name. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do that because I just want people to know, like, yo, just be you. Like, you know, I'm not out here talking about stripper pose and shaking my butt because I don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm chilling.
Keeping
you know what I'm
100.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm chilling. I'm about my business. I'm about my family. I'm about my friends. You know, I'm about getting my money together and getting my life right. You know, so that's what I want people to see. Like, do you, be you, and love yourself and be happy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what everybody else is talking about.
I appreciate that for
Yeah.
sure.
I was gonna ask you, how was it like for you to grow up? Because I only asked that because I listen to a lot of your music, and when you start with your intro, you'll have like a positive message or motivational message. So were you like, I don't want to say if you were bullied, did you go through some stuff when you were younger, and now like you're trying to tell people like, yo, just stand up for yourself, just fight for yourself?
I mean, I went through things in a few different aspects. I did have a couple times where, you know, I got picked on for, you know, by certain people or whatever, like dumb stuff. Back in middle school, certain people or whatever, like, I mean, I remember for a while, like, some of the kids on my bus, like, my mom would go to drop me off at the bus stop and I would, like, not want to get out the car.
Really?
And, like, people didn't even know that. Like, I wouldn't even, like, talk about it at home or whatever, nothing like that. Or
Kept it to
I wouldn't
yourself.
talk about, like, the only ones who knew was, like, my cousins because they was on the bus with me. So, like, they used to see it or whatever, and, you know, they ain't like it neither, but, you know, they was younger or whatever, so, you know, but, I mean, I see those people now, like, we grown, we adults, I see those people now, I say hi, you know, it ain't no love lost, nothing like that.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, even, like,
because kids don't know better, you know, they just joking.
Yeah,
and
there's
then
just some kids who are
it could
just
hurt
like,
you, though, down the line.
You never
But
know.
if you're mentally strong, you ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
some
about
of the
that.
stuff wasn't jokes though. Like I had a couple girls on my bus that was just genuinely mean for
Wow.
like no reason.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
yeah.
I don't do nothing to y'all. Like,
Yeah.
But
Word.
it was what it was. Like, you know, yeah, I mean, it made my skin grow thicker. You know what I'm saying? Throughout
Exactly.
the years or whatever. But even like growing up, like my mom and dad never supported my music. Even now, they really don't still support it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like they watch my kids while I go to shows or you know when I got video shoots or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's they're not like believing that I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna get a record deal and nothing like that. So growing up, you know, they would come to the talent shows and things like that and support, but you know, they always just took it as a hobby and they never understood my love for music, like my
drive to wanna
genuine love
make
for
it.
music. Yeah. You know, even with my dad being a DJ.
Yeah, I was gonna
you know,
say,
he
I
been in-
figured he was a DJ, he would have
I mean,
understood.
He humored me for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like he humored it for a while, but he never was like, I mean, a full like support system for me.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
shocking, yeah.
it's so I mean, you know, just all stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you just no matter who's there, your family, your friends, whatever the case is, you know, you just gotta keep pushing forward.
I love that.
That's the motivation.
Do you think that you said your parents didn't support you? Do you think that comes from the Latin culture? Because I know a lot of, like even for myself, my parents, they think it's a joke. Like they're like, oh, you're gonna go take pictures, you're gonna try to be a model, you're gonna like they think it's a joke.
Yeah, I don't
and
know if
even
that's
Cardi
what it
B,
is.
she used to say that her dad really, he's like, oh, you famous now? Like he didn't understand it. So
They
do you
don't
think
get
it's a
it.
cultural
Yeah.
thing? Why they may not have supported your dreams or your
That's an
love and
island
passion
thing.
for music?
Yeah, I say it's a Caribbean thing because
I
Haitians
I
do
mean,
the
it
same
could
thing.
be. It could be, but I think just as minorities in general, you know, it's like we've all
They just don't know. Like
it's like
They
we've
want
all
you to be
just
a
had it
lawyer,
harder.
be a doctor, be
Right.
a teacher, be
You know,
something like that. That's what they want. You know what I mean? They
Right,
want
it's
you to
like
be
they
one
want
of
us
those.
to be better
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's like, but okay, I went to college. I got 3 degrees, and I ain't doing nothing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
still
y'all
not
wanted me
paying
to
for
go to
those.
college. I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't doing nothing
Did
with
that.
it.
Right.
So I'm just like, you know, now I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't keep worrying about what everybody else want me to do. I gotta do what I want
What
to
you
do.
want to do?
Which you are not, for sure. So tell us a little bit about like just some of the experience that you've had as of lately where music has taken you. I know that were you at the BET Awards?
Yeah. We went to the BET
Oh, for
Awards
real?
this year. Me and my best friend.
That's
Yeah,
what's
we
up.
got to
That's
go.
amazing.
How was
So
that
how did
experience?
Yeah.
That was lit. It was just
In
like,
a word, it was lit.
it was just like, it was crazy because it's like, you know, me and my husband, we love getting dressed up. Like,
Right.
we love when we have an opportunity
Nice.
to get dressed up.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we was like mad hype. Like, we was like, yeah, we coordinating. We wearing all black, you know.
Word.
But And then it was just so much fun. And like I was sitting right next to Raina from Power.
Oh my
I was sitting right next to her. Jada
Rest
Pinkett.
in peace, Raina. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Raina. Jada Pinkett was behind me.
Wow.
The dude that played Tupac in the Tupac movie was sitting in the
wow.
row right in front of me. So we was like around
So it was like real,
celebrities.
like Tupac was
That's so
there.
Yeah, like we're seeing like we're right where we were sitting was where the entrance was for all the celebrities.
Oh, so you're seeing everybody coming in.
So I'm
and out.
watching like DJ Khaled walk by
Wow.
and Snoop Dogg and all
Wow.
that, and it was just cool because I'm like, damn, I've been watching the BET Awards since the first awards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The first
And
time they did it.
yeah, and now I'm here. Like I'm here. I'm watching it, and
Yeah.
it was just so dope.
That's what's
That's
up,
so-
man.
And
That's
getting
what's
to
up.
see all those performers, like, you know, I never saw Meek Mill live, so that was the big thing, him coming out of jail and him
Right.
He
performing.
just got out of jail like
Yeah.
a couple of days before that, right? Like,
Right. Yeah. It was just an amazing experience, and it's
Right.
definitely inspiring and motivational. You know
Yes,
what I'm
that
saying?
was
It's
what I
like-
was gonna ask you. Like, that's
Nah.
gotta like light a new fire under you. Just when I'm sure you felt like maybe, you know, oh man, this is crazy, and you kind of like going through the motions. You see something like that, and you're like, all right, I'm ready to get in the studio right now.
Yeah, I'm like, bye LA, like I need to go.
I gotta go. I gotta get back to the studio, man. That's what's up.
That's amazing.
So you said you have a husband and kids. How do you juggle family life, your career?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
and do you work full time as well?
No, I go to school in New York.
Oh, okay. So how do you juggle everything? What's a day in the life of Nikki Ellis?
Day in the life of Nikki Ellis. Well, I'm usually up between 4 and 5 a.m.
Yikes.
Like I was gonna say 5, 6.
Nah, I gotta get up before the kids get up.
Word.
So I'm usually up between 4 and 5. Get up, do my workout. I cook breakfast for my husband every morning before he goes to work.
Good for you.
And then I usually
That's
Yeah,
good.
you don't give her a hand clap for that. Because all y'all potential wives of mine out here, I like breakfast in the morning with scrambled eggs and
I
sausage.
really respect that. 'cause
Take
that's
notes,
not
Nicole.
easy.
Take notes.
my husband's like, hey, you tell her. My husband's probably in there like,
Yeah, Ariel's like,
yeah, you tell her, girl, you tell her.
I like
That's
breakfast in the
amazing,
morning.
I think that's
Nikki
amazing.
Ellis, you fire, yo. I like you. Y'all need to learn something. Listen to Nikki.
For real.
Get up at 4, make your husband breakfast.
That's so.
My wife got to take
Do
notes.
you, like,
Hold up, I gotta hear the rest of this day. Go
Let
ahead.
her finish. I want to hear this.
We're gonna come back to that.
We're gonna spin back around.
all right, so I cook his breakfast. I cook dinner early because, like I said, I go to school in New York.
And dinner.
So I cook all the food early in the day. So this way, you know, everything just goes in the fridge. And then I'll call my husband. I'll be like, all right, so there's vegetables in this
Yeah.
Tupperware. There's mashed sweet potatoes. There's baked chicken. There's this, there's that. Whatever
warm
it is
it
that
up.
I cook. Yeah, just warm it up. You got
Yeah.
everything there. You good.
You're good.
So,
And do the dishes before I get home.
no, I always do the dishes before I leave. I don't leave the sink full.
Yeah.
But,
She's a true Puerto Rican. Can we just say okay.
I love that.
So, but yeah, so you know, I'm cooking, whatever, depending what time the kids get up, I let them get up on their own. And then, you know, once they get up, you know, depending, my son Cameron, he just turned 5 the other day. And then my son Jason, he'll be 2 in December. So just depending on the times that they wake up, you know, I'm feeding them, doing whatever with them. Cameron, I have to get him ready for school. He's in kindergarten now. So I have to get him ready for school, get him on the bus. And then once he's on the bus, I'll do stuff with Jason. So sometimes I might just, depending on the day, sometimes I'll just chill with Jason because I'll be like, I just miss my baby, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll just sit on the couch and like just kind of play with him or whatever.
Right.
But most of the time I might be finishing up homework or trying to work on a song before I jump on the road or whatever. Because I try to work on music while I'm in the car, but you know, I can't be writing while I'm driving
Right.
or whatever. So
You drive to school?
Yeah.
Those days? Wow.
yeah, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I
Wow.
go and I drive back and forth.
Ooh.
It's crazy because
And
I
it's in
actually,
New York?
From
yeah,
the-
I go
from
to
the
school
Brit?
in Manhattan. Yeah,
Oh,
from
Wow,
Britain.
that's a long drive.
You hit that 91 South.
91
No,
South
I take this
or-
way. I take 84.
Oh, you take 84.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the most part, I take 84 to 684. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the easiest
Oh,
way
okay.
down.
Yeah.
All right.
Because 95 is just a nightmare. You don't want to have to
Nah.
go in that
I
way.
thought you would have hit 91 for some reason.
Nah,
up there.
you don't want to go in
Oh,
on
okay.
91 to 95.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
nightmare, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
I take the Merit.
The Merit, yeah, the
depending
Merit's
on the
not
day,
bad.
because like with
Yeah.
all the construction, there's construction
There's
everywhere right now.
construction,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
like literally, when I leave my house, I turn the GPS on every time to see
Yeah.
which way is gonna be quicker,
Where
and
is
then I
it?
just go
Where
that
is
way.
it at?
I'll
Where
be
is
like,
it
is it
at?
15 today? Is it 84
Yeah.
today? Which one is it?
I need to know.
But
Do you,
so
mind, do you mind if we ask what you're studying?
audio engineering.
Nice.
Oh, word. That's what's up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I go to school at SAE in Manhattan.
Let's say E.
Nice.
Where you go? E? It went to IAR?
I went to IAR.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Davidson went recently to go
I
talk
saw
to him.
that.
They're closed.
And they're closed.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was trying to go to
they?
IAR
Oh, wow.
before
Yeah.
SAE,
I saw
and
that.
IAR was shut down. So
They
then I
shut
went to
down.
SAE.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I was
That's
like, really?
crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's crazy.
Ran
But
out
I
of
think
money?
I think they said SAE was a better school anyway.
Yeah.
So I was,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
cool with it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Nah,
Either
good
way,
at
I
what
would
you
have been
do.
going to
You good at what
Manhattan.
you do.
Right.
I ain't
That's
mad
true.
at that. I'm
Yeah,
not-
that's
no.
crazy.
Yeah.
But so I'm usually out the house by 10:30 in the morning because I have to drop my son off at the sitter. So I drop him off at his sitter, and then I gas up, stop at the store, whatever I gotta do, and then hit the road. And luckily my babysitter is super flexible, so if there's
good.
days that like I have to run some errands before going to school, she'll let me drop my son off early so that I can like go ahead and do what I gotta do.
That's
Cause
what's up.
I got my clothing line and stuff too, so there's some days where like I gotta mail out orders to different states and stuff. So
Wow.
she's good with staying with him so that I can go take care of what I gotta take care of.
Right.
Dang, you active.
Then I hit the
Active.
road, I get to school,
My goodness.
however long it takes me to find parking.
Yeah, in Manhattan, I'm sure that's a
man.
process itself.
It depends because like on my street, my school is on 18th and it's free parking for a lot of part of the street.
Right, right.
But with all they've been doing a lot of construction. So when
So a
I
lot
first
of
started school, I was able to find parking like no problem.
Like,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Now I'm like driving around,
gosh.
waiting for people to like leave
Yeah.
so I can pull
That's
in.
annoying.
It'd be the worst because I be pulling up, I'll see somebody walk towards a car, roll down my window, I'll be
Yeah.
like, you leaving? No? Okay.
Like, yeah. You pulling out?
I be honking the horn, hazards. It's so funny.
I'm coming. Hold on.
It's so funny. It's this joke because I got like I call it my parking nemesis. So there's this lady who I think she lives on that block.
Oh.
And there's been like twice that I've gotten into an argument with her over
Really?
a parking spot. And it's like her car, I know her car. Like she's got like a Chrysler Sebring and it's like this certain color that like you don't see no other cars that
Yeah.
color. So I just always recognize
You know
her
it's
car.
her.
Yeah, and it was just so funny because like the first time it was like I was in front of her and somebody just so happened to be pulling out. So I was like, oh, put my blinker on and I
Right,
parked.
perfect.
She gonna come up yelling at me. I was
my
gonna
gosh.
park there. You saw? I said, you behind me. Like, what are you
Like, right,
talking
you
about?
was gonna.
Right.
Like
If you
the
was
car
gonna-
just pulled out. What are you like? I was at a red
Wow.
light. I was stopped at a
Yeah,
red
I'm
light,
sorry.
Yeah.
and the car just so happened to pull out
Wow.
and to go once the light turned green.
Right.
So I was like, bet the light turned green, and I pulled
Pull
in.
up,
Like, what you
right.
mean? I knew you was gonna park here. So she's like screaming at me, screaming at me, and I was just like,
man.
I was just like, whatever. I rolled my window up and I just got out the car, and I was
I
like,
gotta
you,
go.
I'm
You
like,
be
you
alright,
just gonna have
man.
to be
Yeah.
mad.
I wish somebody would come up with me talking about they was about to park somewhere in
And
New
you're
York City.
behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you was about
Lost
to.
it.
Well, that's a cool story.
and then another time I'm circling the block and I see this car like pull out. So as soon as I seen the car pull out, I saw a car like up a ways a little bit, but they had their hazards on. So etiquette, if you're gonna take a spot, you gotta put your blinker on.
Right.
Got to.
You know people
Let
double
people
park
know.
in Manhattan all the
Yeah.
time.
Somebody
day.
leave their car
So-
there with the hazards on. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
but
I
you
don't
gotta
know.
hit me with the like that to the
Exactly.
right. I need to know.
Right. So as soon as that car pulled out, and now mind you, I'm like, how I had all that time
Right.
to pull into the spot and all that. They gonna come out. She was like, I was saving that for him. Da-da-da. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
wow.
I
You
was
should have
like,
been standing outside.
yo, I was sitting there. They like, he was like, you saw, the dude was like, you saw my car. Da-da-da. I said, yeah, I saw your hazards on.
Right.
Like, for
Yeah.
all I knew, you was just double
I don't
parked
know what
there.
you're doing. You
Like,
could have been going to get a hot dog, bro. I
Could've
don't
been
know what you were
waiting,
doing.
like-
both of them. It was the chick and this dude at my car, like, screaming at me. And I'm like,
Bye. I gotta go to
Yo,
class.
that's New York
and then the
City
guy
for
was
you.
like, you take the spot. I was like, I am. I'm
Oh, you thought I was in a mood?
yeah.
Nah, I am gonna take this spot.
And
I
it'd
gotta
be
go.
so funny because I always be on the phone with my husband. So my husband is like, roll your window up and stop arguing. Like, coming through the speakers because I got it
On the
fucking.
Bluetooth.
It be,
Yo, you can't make this stuff
You
up. Like, I
can't.
It's
believe
real.
everything up because I know New
know
York.
she's telling
It's
the
like,
truth. It's
Welcome
like,
to
yo,
New York, man.
Yeah.
That's New York City.
so
yo.
I stay seeing her car, so I peep game. She be double parked. She be double parked and waiting for people to leave. And then she goes and like pulls into a spot. So I be on the phone with my husband. I be like, there goes my parking nemesis again. And he thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. He's like, yo, I bet you got a parking nemesis.
She gotta live on that street or something like that. She definitely lives out there.
That is
That's
so crazy.
crazy, man.
Oh my gosh. So tell us a little bit about your clothing line.
My clothing
When did that
line.
start?
Oh, okay.
My clothing line been going on for like about 2 years now.
Okay.
What's it called?
Yeah, I was gonna just say that. What's it called?
It's called Flawless Affair.
I like that.
So my husband actually came up with the name
Nice.
because my clothing line was supposed to be named Faith Over Fear, because that's like my big thing. I don't know if y'all noticed, like that's always my hashtag on Instagram and Twitter and everything. It's always Faith Over Fear, because it's really just, you know, faith in yourself over fear of failure.
Right.
So, you know, like I said, really just trying to promote, like, go after your dreams,
Yes.
be you, be yourself. So when I called my trademarking lawyer, it was like Faith Over Fear is taken by like a jewelry line, and they were like, you know, even though it's two different things, it could still. And
Like
then
that don't slap though, jewelry. It don't make no.
but you know, if you
Who buy jewelry?
if you pay the money to process
Yeah.
it, and then they kick it back, you lose all that money.
Exactly.
And so
You
I
don't
was
wanna do
like,
that.
I'm not about to, you know, take that chance.
Yeah.
So in my song Knockout, that was off my first EP. I said something about something being a flawless affair, and then my husband was like, "Yo, that should be the name right there." Da, 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 da.
Nice.
So the meaning behind it is just about like, in the end of the day, nobody's perfect. No, not one individual on this earth is perfect, whether it's inside, outside, whatever. We
Right.
all got flaws. So it's just about feeling like you're flawless. Like,
Alright.
feel like you're perfect, because you're just supposed to love yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So no
That's a
matter
fact.
what your situation, make everything a flawless affair.
That's official. I like
Nice.
that.
I like
that.
that.
Makes it fit. I like that. And it's got
Nice.
something behind it. I like some people. You ask them what their like clothing line means, and they'll be like, "Oh, well,
I just like that phrase.
I just like the name." Like, bro, what does it mean to you though? Like, what am I supposed to feel when I put these clothes on? And
Nah, like,
you
yeah.
thought that out. I like that. I
like
appreciate
everything with me, no matter what I do, everything has to have meaning behind
that. You
it.
seem like
It's
a
just
like a person who thinks everything out that you do. You seem very calculated. About
Yes.
like when nothing
Try to
seems
be.
like yeah. You try
Try
to,
to-
like, I mean, I'm sure we all have our moments, but I'm sure you seem like as far as professionally, like everything is kind of like you're very deliberate about what you do. Like it's planned out. You have a good map out for everything you do, and just to hear about your day, it seems like you have to be really organized with the way that you do
I really
things.
do. Like, one thing I can't tolerate is when people like waste my time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, like, do y'all realize I got kids that I'm not seeing right now because
Right.
I'm dealing with you right now, or whatever the case is. You know, like it.
You can
like,
tell that she really don't like that.
Nah, if you
Don't
you
way
waste
she
my
said it, it's like,
time. I
yo,
hear you.
that's
though.
real.
if you
Stand with-
waste my time,
Yeah.
I get very, very, very extremely upset. Like, I will not rock with you no more. Like,
Tell
don't
me a
waste
good
my
story.
time.
So,
Yeah.
what? I know you got a good like showed up to a club. They told you it was gonna be one way for a show, and it turned out to be another way. And you're like, yo,
Bro, we got a million of those.
yeah, give me. I want to hear the best one. You don't gotta give no names if you don't want to.
Nah, I'm trying to think. It's just so many. I'm like, what would be the best one of not going according to plan?
It happens all the time.
I mean, there's plenty of shows that I've had where they're like, yo, you know, be there at such and such time and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, I'm there on time. Like, I'm real big with being on time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll be there on time. And the person who set it up ain't even there. The
This
DJ's not
industry-
even there. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
This
I be
industry
sitting
is
there
the
like,
most late.
My pet peeve.
They're the most
Yeah.
I
late.
hate that.
You know how it is. We've dealt with
Yeah.
it within this whole
I
space
hate
since I've
that.
been rocking with
I
you.
hate that.
Everybody's always late.
it's like I can't even give you one story because there's so many times where it's like the DJ's not there, the promoter's not there.
Nobody.
You know, like,
You supposed to go on at
People-
9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
And if-
Nobody's
Yeah.
there.
If the-
Then you go on at 10:30. Then it's like, oh, you have 15 minutes, but you can only do 5, and like stuff like I hear you.
oh, you know what? I could give you one.
Yeah.
I got one. Okay. I almost forgot about this, but because it was so bad, I try to not remember it.
Thank you, Cash.
So
I need this one.
it was a I don't even remember who the promoter was or nothing, but y'all know that spot Two Boots out in
Yes, in
Bridgeport.
Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't remember how exactly I got hooked up with the person, but you know, dude tried to be like, oh, you know, unless you can guarantee that you gonna bring this many people, I can't book you,
I heard
blah,
that.
blah, whatever. And I was like, look, I can't guarantee how many people I'm gonna bring,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll come through, I'll do my show, whatever. And I heard a lot of good things about Two Boots, like they have like good shows there and
Yeah.
everything. So I was like, all right, you know, whatever. So then, mind you, the dude never hit me back. Never hit me back to tell me, okay, you could perform or how long your set is, nothing.
Nothing.
I get an email the day before telling me, you know, make sure that you're there at such and such time, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, hold
Okay.
on, I'm performing? Wow. And the dude was like, yeah, you performing. So I was just like, all right, cool. So I got my kids situated and all that. At the time, I only had my son Cameron. I got him situated. Me and my husband, you know, we get ready. I get my show mixed together. and we go up there, yo, nobody was there.
Oh
Wow.
Not even the dude who booked me was there.
Wow.
Dang.
Nobody
That's
was
completely
there.
empty.
Yo, completely empty. Just like the workers, just the staff.
The whole
Wow.
spot was empty.
Yo, empty. I get
Wow.
there, is one dude performing, and one dude ended up performing before me, and he had like his family with him, like his kids and everything. was there
Oh my
sitting down in the booth. And
Yo.
then it was just me and my husband and like the wait staff, and that was it. So I told my husband, I'm like, yo,
That's
let's just
crazy.
dip. And my husband was like, nah, yo, we all the way out here. Like, he was like, you better go
You
out there
gonna
and
do this
perform.
set.
I was like, man, I'm doing one song and I'm keeping it moving.
Right.
Yo, I did like half of a song. And then I was like so not into it
was
that
not
I
into it.
actually
You was
forgot
pissed.
the lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I literally forgot the lyrics in the
You
middle of
just
the song.
mentally frustrated.
Because I was
Yeah.
just so like through with the
Yeah.
situation. I'm
Yeah.
like,
You
yo, I
like, I'm outta
came
here.
all the way to Bridgeport. I drove 50-something minutes. My mom gave me a hard time about staying with my kid today because it was a last minute
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, y'all got me all the way screwed
Yeah.
up.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So then I was like, all right, y'all, you know, that's my time. Da, da, da. And then the two people that was in the crowd was like, no, keep going, keep going. So my husband was like, yo, just do one more
Like,
song.
one more song.
So I told the DJ, I was like, all right, you can play the next one. So I did another song or whatever, and then that was it. And then the one person that was like loving my music was the waitress.
Wow.
This like, I don't know, white chick. She was like, oh my God, you were so good. And then, you know, as an artist, we try to plug the social media. So I'm
Right.
like, oh yeah, follow. Oh, I don't have anything. And I'm just
Oh
like,
jeez. That was pointless.
What a waste.
you want to take my email address?
Yeah, I know, right? What else can you get?
What a waste.
Oh my gosh. That is
Wow,
frustrating.
Yeah,
that was
I
bad.
think
That was
that-
just as bad as you advertised
I
it
was
to
gonna
be.
say, I think that had to be the worst
That's
one.
definitely the worst one.
yes.
You don't want to show up to an empty spot, never.
Right.
Definitely, and if you do, you at least want to book the show
And
to
right,
be
At
there.
Yeah.
least be in the building.
so I can cuss him out.
Like, how you sit there and tell me I gotta
crazy.
bring at least 15 people? You not even
You
there.
got
not even
15
there.
people here.
Right.
Hold this L,
That's
brother.
crazy. So do you
Oh,
have
man.
do you have a performance that you feel like was one of your most best performances or one of your, favorite times?
I opened up for Styles P recently.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
And
seen that.
Where was that at?
IG.
That was in New Britain.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, DMTS Radio. They just
Okay.
opened up an actual like venue. So the first thing they did was, I don't know if y'all know a singer, Brittany Crush from out of Hartford.
I've heard of her.
She was having her birthday party, so she did it there,
okay.
and that was kind of like their first event. So that was kind of like the warm up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let's see how the sound is.
That's dope.
All that. So I actually performed there. She wanted me to perform for her party, so I did. And then the next thing they did, they had a independent artist show.
Nice.
So we all did that, and then Styles P was the first artist they were bringing, so I got to open up for Styles.
That's dope.
And that show was like, it was
hot
lit.
for that.
That was
Everybody love the locks, man. The locks power.
that
CT.
one and Cardi B. When I opened up for Cardi B at Toad's Place, that was like. That
Wow.
was crazy.
That's fire too.
Toad's Place was crazy. That's my biggest crowd.
I love
and that's
Toad's
like that
Place.
was sold out, and I think
When
sold
was
out was
that?
like 1,500.
When was
Wow.
That was last September.
that? Okay,
Nice.
so Cardi wasn't where she
She was on
now.
her promo
She was
tour.
just
Nah,
starting.
She
she
had
was-
one hit by that. Really,
That was Bodak Yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was just
Bodak
Bodak
Yellow. It was
Yellow.
just Bodak
Yeah.
Yellow, really.
Yeah.
What did she perform? Bodak Yellow and.
And it was a motorsport.
She performed like
probably?
what? No, not motorsport.
It didn't
that
even
wasn't
drop
out
yet.
yet.
It hadn't even dropped yet.
She
by that
performed
point.
like 3 songs, right? Yeah. She just did like. 3.
Looking like a cut a lick.
I think she did. She did that. Yeah.
That was my joint too. Before Bodak Yellow, that was my joint. I said, who? Is she the girl from Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah.
She raps up.
Now she.
So speaking of Cardi B, what do you think about her and the Nicki B?
Yikes.
that was
Still
crazy.
happening? I forgot
See,
about
Pam, you getting messy now. We supposed to be breaking silence. We're not supposed to be getting messy out here.
Nah,
it's
you
not
know
called
what?
we get messy. It's called we break silence. You just getting messy.
It's stupid, and it's just like, okay, Nicki Minaj is gonna have beef with every single
Every
female
female,
rapper that
right.
comes out. So it's just like, okay, you had the beef with Kim,
Remy.
then you had
And
the
with
beef with
Remy.
Remy.
Yeah.
Now you got the beef with Cardi.
She's
It's
just
like, all
coming for
right, Nicki,
everybody.
you just coming for people to make yourself relevant, and you
And
just.
her, always when her album's about to drop.
Always.
But that's what,
Coincidentally.
that's what people look at all the crap Kanye
I
West
was
did
just gonna
before
say
his
that,
album
yeah.
dropped.
Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him repping Trump right now.
Right.
You know
He's
what I mean?
quiet.
Like,
He's
He
real quiet
actually
now.
apologized for it. He's like, all right, I want to be black again. I was just joking, man.
Remember
I'm trying
the
to sell these
video
records.
he just put out? I just got out the sunken place. Hold on, the train is stopping
right.
by. Remember that video?
Yeah.
And then he
was
called
name
out.
dropping.
That was when he was in Chicago on some Chicago radio
He called out
station.
Nick
Yeah.
Cannon,
Yeah.
Drake,
Drake.
and somebody else.
Something wrong with him,
Yeah.
man. I pray for him.
Do you ever feel any type of pressure being a female rapper?
definitely all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't ever please everybody, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like now when I'm dropping records, I'm trying to get feedback from people, and it's like I could send it to 10 people, and I'll have 5 who are like absolutely in love with it, and then I got 5 who are just like, well, yeah, this doesn't really grab me, or yeah, you probably could have did this better, or
Right.
or whatever, and it's just like, all right, well, I don't know what to do now. Is the record good or not?
Like, do you like it or no?
Can I send this to the radio or do I throw it away? Like, you know, I don't know, but it's just, and it's so much pressure because it's like, I really try to show that you don't have to be naked to get attention.
Exactly.
You don't have to be on a
Amen.
stripper
Give it a
pole
clap, E.
to get
It's coming.
attention.
It's coming.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up a tomboy, straight up tomboy.
Word.
You know, I mean, all my cousins that were my age were boys, so I was dressing just like them. I played all the sports with them, everything. So, you know, I remember having crushes on boys and stuff like that, but they ain't like me because I dressed like the boys and stuff, you know? And I acted like the boys, so whatever. But now that I'm older, I don't know, anybody who's seen my husband is fine. I don't care what nobody says. But one thing that my husband loved about me, he was like, you didn't wear makeup all the time, and you know, you didn't try to impress people. Like, you was just chilling and you were just yourself, and that's how me and him fell in love with each other. You know what I mean? Like, he saw the true me right from the beginning. You know what I mean? And I wasn't trying to put on no show for him or no front. You know, so I just really want to show, especially the girls, like, you know, you don't have to be out here showing all your skin off, and you don't have to be a size 2 for people to want you, or you don't have to get butt injections or boob implants
Just
or whatever
be
the
you.
case is. Just be you, and somebody is going to see you and
Somebody
love you.
for everybody.
But it's like, me trying to be so much of myself, I attract a lot of attention that way because a lot of people respect that about me, and a lot of people love that about me. But then at the same time, sometimes I'd be like, well, damn, maybe I should do a photo shoot in this type of way or whatever the case is. But my photographer get mad at me all the time because we be taking pictures and she be like, be sexy, Nicole. She get on my nerves when she call me Nicole too, by the way.
Like, how do you even do
Dang,
that?
call the government, man.
Be sexy, Nicole.
But I be like, I can't be sexy. And then she be
It's
like,
like, what is that?
I be like, I don't know how. And I'm like, I'm awkward. Cute, no, I'm awkward, and he like it. Like, he cool with it. Like, like, so it's definitely a lot of pressure in that realm because of like the look and what I'm talking about in my music. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but at the end of the day, it's really like you can't please everybody. You know what I mean? So it's just like I gotta just have that demographic that truly love me and just keep rocking with my people.
Keep pushing,
and just let it grow from there.
Pushing.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's definitely a lot of pressure as a female because I feel like with a female, it's like you gotta try to make, you wanna try to make music that the dudes are gonna feel, you wanna try to make music that the ladies are gonna feel. It's easier for a dude because a girl will sing your records like nothing and a dude will sing your records, but with a female, dudes ain't gonna be out here singing all the records and stuff like that.
So you gotta come with that different approach too.
Right,
Like that.
you know what I mean? So that's where records like All Day come out. You
Yo,
know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
that record, yo.
Or whatever.
That record got me hyped up. When I seen it live, I'm telling you, there's a video that somebody else recorded. I saw on Instagram from that. It was from the Feed the Culture thing, and it was just me like, whoa! It was just like hyped up.
Dumb loud, bro.
Like every line that she said, I was like, yo, oh.
If you heard a girl screaming, that was him.
Hey, you know, that's like my favorite record to perform too.
For real, like that grabbed me, and I'm gonna tell you, I was outside. This when it started, I heard the beat, and I was like, okay. And I was outside doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like getting my head right. And then I heard that beat, and I was like, yo, who is that rapping? Like when she started, and I was outside with somebody. I was with Devang. We were
Okay.
outside in the back. And he was like, I don't know. It sounded like so-and-so or whatever. Like, I'm going to go in here. And I went in there and I bust through everybody, got to the front. And it was just like, I'm telling you, like you did not sound how you looked. So I was like, I missed the other part of the song. Like, where's the girl who was rapping? Like, it's like, that is what caught me off guard. I was like, she's so little. But like, her voice was so big.
Powerful, yeah.
I was
Yo,
like,
I get that
dang,
all
yo.
the time. And it's
Yeah.
funny because back, like, you know, before social media was really popping
Right.
and everything like that, people would hear me. I remember back in college, I had my dude, Ogum, and he was making beats and we was recording in the dorm room and stuff. This was at UConn. So he went to go show a couple other dudes that he went to school with that, you know, he knew that their music.
Right.
And it was like, yo, she's tight. Da, 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 da. So he was like, yo, what you think she look like? And they was like, yo, she gotta be like some 6 foot black chick.
That's
with
what,
a
yo, what I
fat
said.
butt.
She sounded like a 6 foot big black girl, yo.
Yo, so y'all remember when Facebook was just like the one profile picture?
Yeah.
So he pulled up my Facebook and
It was like, nah.
and it was literally just a picture of me smiling, like just like from
Yeah.
the neck up, like you didn't see my body, nothing. And just off that, they was like, no, that's not her. That's not her. That's crazy. There's no way that's her rapping.
That's what's up. I think that adds to the whole thing too, man. Like the shock value of seeing who is actually delivering this. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like that's crazy,
powerful.
man.
Yeah, it'd be real funny when people would be like, yo, I did not expect that when
I
I,
did
saw
not
what you look like.
expect
And
that.
da, 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 I did not expect that. So,
Right.
I
That's
like
gotta be
that.
a good feeling, though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's gotta be a good feeling.
One last question for the night. Were you ever part of the military? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I used to be in the Air Force. I served
Wow.
4 years.
Wow.
So
Thank
Yeah,
you.
because I was watching your
By the way.
video. Yes, I was gonna say that too. I was watching your video, by the way, and I seen you were in the outfit in the Air Force in the background. So I'm like, was she part of that? Or was that part of the video?
which video?
You were rapping on the sand. You had the Jordans on.
Oh, the My Whole Life.
Yeah,
My Whole
yeah,
Life.
yeah,
My whole life,
yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
watched that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, which video?
I love that song.
I
I've seen
forgot
that.
in My Whole Life we had the clips.
Yeah,
going on in
everything
the
was
background.
Yeah, wow. Well,
That's
thank
what's
you
up,
for
man.
that.
You are well traveled.
Yo,
Yeah, it was dope. I got to do my whole enlistment overseas. That's where actually me and my husband met.
wow.
So
Okay.
Is he's from out here originally, or?
no, my husband is from Camden, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So
They used to beat us in track all the time, yo. There's some fast dudes out there, yo.
They are fast.
yeah, his brother actually did track. He's a beast.
See?
Yeah.
Camden.
He's from Camden. We met out in Turkey. My first base was Japan. Got to live out there for 2 years, and then I went to Turkey. I was supposed to go to Japan. I mean, not Japan. Germany right after. But I ended up getting pregnant with my oldest son, Cameron. And me and my husband weren't married at the time. So the military separated us. And,
Really?
you know, he was like, oh, let's
That's
get...
what they do?
Yeah, if you're not married, like, and that's why a lot of people in the military don't rush to get married. But I saw so many people, like when I was in Japan, I was there for 2 years. I saw people come to the base married, get divorced while there, and remarry within 2 years.
Wow.
Like
That's
crazy.
crazy.
And it's because people want to stay together, and you know they do dumb stuff.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So you know, when me and my husband, when I found out I was pregnant, he had been in Turkey longer than me, so his tour was ending. So he was leaving, and he already had orders to Texas, and I already had orders to Germany. And before I found out I was pregnant, we were already like, you know, we'll come back and forth, we'll visit each other, and
Right.
we'll take leave at the same time and go to the East Coast and blah, blah, blah. But then when I found out I was pregnant, and then before he left, he was like, you know, we could go get married. And I was like, nah, like the military is not about to do that to me. Like I ain't even want y'all not about to determine my life like that.
yeah.
I was like, it's not that I don't love you,
Yeah.
and I don't see us getting married one day, but I
So
don't
we're
want it
not
to
gonna
be
rush
because
it.
of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I want it to be on our terms.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, plus, I'm like, yo, we already coming back with a baby. Like, how am I
Yeah,
supposed to
not
meet your
changing
mom?
that.
Like, oh, mom, this is my wifey and my baby mama.
Like the whole night.
Like, nah, I was like,
That's
I know my
brave.
mom and dad ain't having it.
That's true bravery
That's a
right there.
lot.
So when you're in the military as a female, they'll let you separate early if you're pregnant, because if they look at it like if you feel like you need your family or whatever the case is, they'll let you do that, and
Right,
you get
right.
honorable discharge. So
That's good.
I ended up separating early from Turkey and moved to Texas with him.
Nice.
So
That's amazing.
Nikki, thank you for coming.
Yes, yes.
You got such
This
a big
is
heart. Your heart is bigger than me,
You
and
got
I'm a
so
big guy.
much, yo. Seriously.
Yo, it's
I have
crazy.
a question
much.
though.
Go
So
ahead.
what is the goal for you? Like, what is success for you? Whether it's musically in
And
the
what's
industry.
next?
Yeah.
What is success and what's next?
What's next?
okay, so well, success for me, you know, I used to look at it like, oh, I gotta get the big record deal, and you know, I want to be signed to Jay-Z, or you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, I wanted to be on Rockefeller, not Rock Nation. I was always like, I want to be on Rockefeller, you know, taking it back, all that. But you know, it's like now that I've gotten older and I have my kids, and it's really changed my perspective. And I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, success isn't about all the money and all that. Like, yeah, I want the money. I want to be able to have the cars and the houses and all that, and living off my music truly. But at the end of the day, like, I want people to hear my message. So my favorite part of being an artist is performing. When I perform, I'm like a whole nother person.
Right.
So I always tell people, like, they be like, where's your success? I say, I want the world tour. I don't even care about the rest of it. I want the world tour because I love performing. But if I got the world tour, that means that so many people around the world are hearing my message. And that's what I want. And you know, down the line in the future, you know, I hope to be able to, I really want to have like a foundation and things like that. And I want to build something, you know, that's, once I have the funds and everything all figured out, like, I want something where the youth can come to help figure out what they want to do. I got my nephew right now, he's 17. He came to me the other day and said he wants to do something creative. So he came to me like, can you help me? He's like, I want to learn how to do it all. I want to learn photography, and I want to learn videography, and I want to learn this, but I want to see, you know, he's a senior in high school right now, and he's just like, I know that this is like somewhere in this realm is where I need to be.
That world.
You know what I mean? So, and I want to help kids like that, you know?
That's what's up.
Cause I'm like, there's so many youth that if they just found that niche or whatever it is that could help them, you know, it's so powerful.
They trying to funnel everybody to see these 4-year colleges. Like, oh, yeah, go to high school, get your grades, go to college, and that's not
so you
for
gotta
everybody.
end up in debt.
Yeah, well, and those creative things, those kind of alternate avenues, those are kind of the best options for some kids.
Right.
We gotta dig to do better to find what these kids are good at.
Yeah, so
it's not gonna be just what's in school. I feel you.
Right. So I definitely want to do something along those lines, and I just want to do stuff to help people. I just did a fundraiser recently. There's a girl in New Britain that her son, he just turned 3. He has stage 4 neuroblastoma. So
Oh my God.
I didn't know her like that before. I reached out to her about seeing her son sick.
I saw this actually. I think I saw that you put it on.
I was
Facebook.
posting on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything. And I just threw a fundraiser for them, and we actually I was promoting the GoFundMe, and we was able to raise like over $2,500 for them.
That's what's up.
So, you know, I was happy because the mom had to quit her job, you know, all that. Yeah. So it's just things like that. Like, I just want to do more. Like, I want to show people that, you know, not like, there's just good people in the world who just want to help you and who just genuinely love and just want to just bring people up, because I feel like there's just not enough of that around right now. Like, communities really getting together for each other, and there just needs to be more. So I mean, that's the end goal for me, is being able to do things like that. What's next? I don't know. I mean, I have so much in the vault right now. I have a whole EP that's done. Like, Red Dot and The Way of Life are on my EP every now and then. So there's 3 tracks that y'all ain't even heard yet off of there. And I don't, because I'm trying to calculate it out right. I don't know. I don't know when to drop it or how to drop it or whatever, because I just want to make sure I'm being responsible when I drop it. It's completely done. It's been done for a year though.
Wow.
So there's that. And then I got this record I've been working on called Mommy Loves You. And that record goes back telling the story from when I was younger. And that's like a really, really deep record, and right now that looks like that's actually gonna be the next single. So that should
Can't
be
wait
probably,
to hear this one.
That one should be probably out around December, like before the end of the year. It should be out. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Y'all just stay on the lookout.
Stay on that grind, girl.
Just make sure y'all go follow me everywhere at Nikki Ellis Music.
Plug it.
Hold on. No. What you mean? Wait for that.
Okay.
You gotta spit some bars. Forget all that social media stuff.
Y'all
You want to get bars right now.
Y'all said it gotta be clean.
Yes.
I don't got nothing clean.
You got nothing clean.
Come on. You could
bring it back for a red room, man.
You could be like,
Bring me back for the red room.
Bring her back for the red room, man.
Bring me back for the red room.
You could do a line, something, Nikki.
We could
For
book
the
the red
interview.
room.
Come on, Nikki.
All right, you
Could do something like.
I'll do
Hold on. I got you. I got you. Come on,
this is so fire.
You can't be on the interview and not say nothing. Come on, Nikki. You know better than that.
Y'all said no cursing, so I would have had something clean written for y'all already. Yo, I done dug through the trenches and dug through the mud. It's no more kisses and no more hugs. I gotta fly solo, stand on my own too. If you ain't me or my sons, I say you gotta handle mines, gotta take care of my biz. Where beauty brings chaos, it's the life that I live. It's hard to find.
Hold on. That was amazing. You can swear. I will edit. I will edit it. I will edit it. Go ahead and swear. I will edit it. You good? You good? You good? You good? You can swear. I got you. I got you. I got you.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I done dug through the trenches and dug through the mud. It's no more kisses and no more hugs. I gotta fly solo, stand on my own too. So if you ain't me or my sons, I say, ooh, gotta handle mines, gotta take care of my biz. Where beauty brings chaos, that's the life that I live. It's hard to find a real friend, they all wanna crush. Worst part is, ain't just dudes trying to hunch. Everybody out here always want something. Everybody what they hand out, but y'all ain't getting nothing. Trying to drag me through the dirt, you the one that's gon' hurt. All your plotting ain't gon' work, you can never take my shirt. When it's all said and done, I'ma be just fine. I ain't letting no more darkness cloud my shine. Patience is a virtue, ignorance is bliss. I waited long enough, there's no more time for your shit. I've given all that I could give in this one life to live. And if you can't appreciate it, you can suck on my I'm one in a million, you come a dime a dozen. When they show me their hate, I say yes, I love it.
In the building, let's get it. It's We Break Silence. Holla.
They definitely got
It will be edited. We good. We good money. Now. You have the privilege
Now plug it.
to give us your
Tell me
social
where to
media.
find you at. Let's get it.
If you ever need a hype man, I got you, girl, right here.
There we go.
If you ever need a
For
hype
real.
man,
Let's get it.
Cash Walking is your dude, yo.
I see
Get
that.
it. Oh, that was tough, yo.
Thank you. Appreciate
That was
it.
tough.
But
I
yeah,
just love freestyles.
y'all can find me everywhere at Nikki Ellis Music. That's NIKIELLIS Music. Remember, it's only 1K.
1K.
Everybody will still spell it NIKKI and be like, I can't find you nowhere.
Don't worry, it will be on the
1K.
video. So
And do me a favor, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm almost at 1,000. So,
Oh, I'm already subscribed.
okay.
You
I
told
need-
me at the show, you was like,
Yeah.
oh, you actually sent me a message on Facebook. You don't subscribe to my. I was like,
Yeah.
you ain't gotta ask me
I
that.
need everybody. It's Nikki Ellis Music on YouTube as well. And but y'all can find me everywhere. My email, my website, NikkiEllisMusic.com.
Do you have a Snapchat? Because I just captured that.
I have Snapchat, Nikki Ellis Music. Everything is Nikki
You're
Ellis
tagged.
Music.
Bang.
Nice.
Everything is
And
Nikki
it's
Ellis
up.
Music.
That's what's up.
Once again, thank you, Nikki, for coming. I almost called you Nelly. Once again, so We
fire,
Break
though.
Silent Show. E. Charles,
Disrespectful.
I'm all hyped up
Pamela
right now.
Rosario, Cash Walk, and Vanya. Make sure you tune in, same time, same place next week.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Thank y'all for having me.
Villa Radio.
Of course.
Thank you
for
Thank
coming.
you for
You gotta
coming.
still come back for the Red Room, though.
No, I will.
Yeah,
and
I
shout
got
out,
you
shout
for
out
the
to Rena Star.
Rena Star.
Rita Star on the kid. Let's get it. You're
Y'all got any
extremely
final
talented.
announcements?
She's super dope.
Man, you already know what my announcement is, man. Make sure you hit Cash Walking at Cash Walking all the time on everything.
Pam, your name
it's
changed.
a brand, not a name.
I
Oh
couldn't
yes,
find you the
I
other
changed
day.
my.
Why
my
would you
social
do
media.
that?
Yeah, like you threw me off.
I'm
Why would
at
you do
Pamela
that?
Rosario.
That's what
because
it is?
I thought you were I am.
I am Pamela Rosario.
Okay.
That's what it is
At
now?
I am Pamela Rosario. Yeah.
We know
No, I
who you
thought
are
it was-
already.
I'm.
No, it's I am.
I am.
I am.
We
No,
don't.
not
we,
I am. I'm Pamela.
I'm Pamela Rosario. Yes. I am. The letter I, the letter M.
Oh, I thought you
Pamela
said
Rosario.
am.
No,
I
I,
am,
the letter
not
I.
I am.
Not I am.
You should've did I am. Anyway.
The letter I, the letter M. Pamela Rosario. So follow me on Instagram
All right, Pam.
and
I'm
Twitter.
following you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're gonna switch the name up.
See
Because
y'all.
I just hated saying Pamela Rosario _.
Yeah.
So I switched it up. Y'all be fine. Y'all get used to it.
We'll see y'all, man. Same time, same place next week. It's the We Break Silent Show.
Yes,
Peace
yes.
out.
Good night.
Good night.
This is Music and Entertainment.